What's going on, everybody? So, today I'd like to record or document my very first time at the Kau Karuak event. And one thing that I was not expecting was how difficult the event was actually going to be defined. So, instead of the normal events, how it's like up here somewhere where you can find it, it is not in this screen as far where your events are at. Go to the little horn where your KVK stuff's at, go down to War of Conquest, and bam, there's your Trial of Kau Karuak. So we're gonna try this today. Let me go over my tech where I'm exactly at right now, and then I'll probably skip to the first one, skip to the last one to kind of give how first of all how much AP it's actually going to cost you, and then we'll talk about if this actually is pretty difficult. I'm assuming we'll have zero problems today. So, all right, I appreciate it. Let's get started. All right, so I'm about halfway through this, and a couple things I've already figured out. So you can summon these bosses, and the timer doesn't start until you actually attack the bosses. That's the first thing. Um, One thing I think you'll want to do too is pull all your marches out, and I usually use a tank as my Trajan. So double click on whoever your tank is, and pull it over here. That way, whenever you get close, your Trajan or whoever it is you clicked on first will be that forward march. You can see Trajan coming all the way to the front. So whenever I go ready to hit somebody, I'm gonna hit this guy here, the shaman. He feels like he's a little squishier than everybody else. Go all attack, and you can see up here at the very top, the timer has started, and then now the other one's attacking me as well. The shaman seems to be pretty squishy, so a couple of cycles and he'll be gone. Um, just attack the other one too whenever you're done. So far, halfway through, seems pretty straightforward. Seems pretty easy. Some things I could probably do or I could do to make this a little bit easier as I go on is going to be maybe using a 25 or 50% expansion. It could be using something like a token to boost health. There are lots of things. So this is the march that I've been using. I've been using my Trajan Ethel has been my tank march the whole time. My Ramses YSG has been one of my big damage marches. I'm using a Sid and an Edward. Not a march I would typically want to use too often, but it seems to be doing a lot of damage in this format, so it's working out pretty well. All right, so all my marches are in here in the field. Go in here, double click my Trajan, pull it over here. This one seems like he does more damage, so we'll start here. So different timers. No, it's still 207. So if you'll notice, they got a timer on here. It was 207 before I started, so you have a very limited time to start your attack. And then once you start, the actual timer to finish up the event is on the very top. Now, I don't know what happens if you don't finish this in time. Do you just forfeit the level and you don't get to go any higher? Do you get to try again? I don't know, but I hopefully don't have to find out either. So we'll see. All right, so we've finally made it. We're here to level 30 now. Um, so a couple takeaways already thus far. Obviously, only it costs 100 AP to summon the bosses. It does not cost anything to actually fight them. So um, I've not had any trouble thus far getting to level 30, not using troop expansions. I've got two marches using primarily T4, so it's not been too terribly difficult. I will say this though: if you are a T4 player and you don't have good commanders, good tech, good tech, obviously not max tech, good tech, and good equipment going into this, this is not an easy thing to do. There've been multiple times I've kind of gotten down to the end and had one march almost dead. I don't have any troubles beating it. Well, it seems like, but I'm having some trouble doing it in the time frame, so I'm cutting it kind of close. So We'll go ahead and summon this last one, level 30 of easy mode, costing a little bit of AP. Again, click on your tank march first. Now, I think what I can do if my marches die, they'll go back to my city, I'll drag them back out, and we'll keep going again. I believe that's how this is going to work. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So you can see the count on the very top. I got 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Maybe I should use some expansions. I don't know. We'll see any closer to the end. Maybe it won't be as bad as what I thought it is. Healing totem spawning. So maybe next time if I was doing this again, I would position my marches better around the boss and not just all running in from one side. Another takeaway, spread them out just a little bit. No, okay, not too bad. All right, completed all the trial difficulties. Let's see what we actually received from this event. How many crystals we got? Right, that's what we're all about here. Awesome. So all these crystal packs I just picked up were from this event. Give me 1 second. I'll do some math for you. All right, so math is in. It is 2.6 million crystals. It's actually 2,680,000 crystals is actually what it equals up being, which that is a bunch of crystals. So I may go out on a limb here. Actually, I'm not even going on a limb. This may be the best event in all of Rock. You know, for a long time, it's been Karuak ceremony. It's been pretty amazing. 12 gold heads, a little bit of AP. Well, this is a little bit of AP, and you also get a lot of crystals. How many times we get this? I wonder if that's Lost Kingdom. So we'll get them before the pass is open, or after the pass is open. So this is the only time. So if you were free to play, completely free to play, if you are newer to Season of Conquest, you've got some time, right? So some things you may want to do before doing this is obviously you want to boost your tech, right, in here. So you may want to push these reports all the way to level 5, the 20% damage. That'd be a big boost, and twice the damage that I have right now. That'd be the first place to start. The second place to start is, and you got time too, right, before the pass is open. So grind your way into that. The second thing you'd want to look at before you actually started doing this would be a title, right? Grab a title from one of the title givers. Wouldn't be a big deal to have for a couple hours. Not even a couple hours, take that back. It took me less than 30 minutes. So this whole process is not a super long process. Grab a rune. And the last thing you may want to do is get those big troop expansions. You know, if you're really concerned, do a 50%. But again, it really depends on where you're at with your commanders, where you're at with your gear, how much you may or may not struggle. Again, if you're using mostly T4 marches, this is not going to be an easy task. It may cut it close on a couple of the challenges. So I appreciate it, guys. Like and subscribe. Gus, have a good day.